All right, everybody, welcome to the third episode of ARTIZM Season 2. Today, we've got on the man, the myth, the legend, the animator for Lore in a Minute, comic historian, music videos and shit, digsBot.
What's going on?
I just give people big intros that they can't possibly live up to, and then,
I love it. I love it. When the pressure's on.
It's a terrible method, but, pressure creates diamonds, right?
Yeah, I like it. I down with it. I roll with it.
All right, so give people like a small little rundown of what you're doing right now.
Oh wow, okay. Yeah, like the intro said, I'm an animator. I do a ton of stuff. I think what I'm mostly known for is the comic historian and Lore in a Minute stuff. Some music videos. Currently working on one, which should be out pretty soon. I'm adding a little things to it. That one is by when it comes out. By the time it comes out, hopefully it should be done. It's by Trey Youth and myself.
Okay.
It's his song. It's called City Vices. I'm pretty excited for people to see that one. It's very different from what I've done. So, but besides that, yeah, it's pretty much what I do. Animator guy.
You said the song was by yourself. Did you like produce on it or something?
Oh, my bad. No, I didn't produce anything. I just like essentially am helping him direct. Like I'm kind of directing, animating, illustrating. I'm doing everything for it. Yeah, that's my bad. Yeah, but yeah, he did all the music, and I know his crew. It's like AJD, and I'm probably forgetting a couple of other people, but his squad's really dope. And we've been following each other for a long time. He's in Colorado right now, but he's from Boston, and like we've been following each other for like a while. I think we saw upon each other on Tumblr, like when it first came out, when people used Tumblr more for like art stuff. Yeah, right. I remember it was like I think it was my freshman year in college when we saw each other and like we like followed each other and just keep following and just connected. And ever since then, we've just been like pumping each other up. And then like as he's making his like really, really good music now, and then he reached out to me to make a music video, and I was like, dude, let's just do that. I'm really excited. Right off the that was like right after I finished the music video for Curbside Jones, the sheep season.
Oh yeah, I saw it. He got a crazy flow on that.
Ben Wolf, I think. Wolf. Yeah, it's that was fun to work on. That was cool. That was something I've wanted to do for a long time, just music video stuff, like when he pretty much gave me in a way full direction, and it was really cool to do that. And that's like one of my favorite things to do, really, besides like stuff for comic story and like lore of those guys. But music videos is a big thing I like to do.
Yeah, so as far as it goes, like when you have your commissions set up, like basically it's comic story and Lore in a Minute and then music videos, is there one that you like particularly prefer, like one that's your favorite to do, or you just like all of them a lot?
I just like currently right now, I just like them all because I'm fortunate that in pretty much all of them, unless they give me particular notes, I can kind of run with it. Like they'll give me what they would like, but I pretty much would be like, okay, what if it goes like this, that, and they're like, yeah, it looks pretty good. Then like I'm like, sweet, I'll get it to you. Right now, I'm just juggling a lot, but I think hopefully finally getting better at organizing and getting stuff ready. But once they give me stuff, I make sure it's done and send it out to them. And yeah, I like them all. I gotta say, it's hard to pick because once I finish one, I work on another thing too.
Yeah.
And
it's like once you finish one, you're like mad sick of it, and and then the new thing feels so fresh, right?
Yeah. Like it's funny because now I would be very picky and like very, very methodic and wanting it to be like this, but now I just know that like time is money, and you can't really spend too much time on stuff unless people give you a timeline. And I've noticed that the shorter time frame I have, not all the time, but depending on what it is, but setting up like deadlines are important. It kind of helps put the pressure on and makes you just have to be like, I have to make a decision now and make it. Yeah, like it is. The deadlines are annoying, depending on like.
I mean, like I'll be like, oh fuck, I've got to get this done by tomorrow, and like had there not been that pressure, like it wouldn't. Like I said in the beginning, pressure creates diamonds, right? Like you have to figure something out, so you do.
Exactly, and like it's huge.
It's hard
but
though
I'm
when you're a
glad.
freelancer, right? I feel like a
Oh,
lot of people
dude.
struggle with like keeping the deadline because if you're a freelancer, you'd be like, oh, but I could just take another day, right? And like, so it's harder, but you have to be like really rigorous with yourself.
Dude, I 100% like the life. I have a problem of taking too much work, and I
Mm,
just like having like work to do all the time,
I feel that.
which but I agree with you. Like it really is hard to juggle stuff, but what I've learned too is I have like a limit of things I can juggle, and once I have that, I tell myself, all right, I can't take any more stuff. Like these are the things that need to be done by this certain amount of time, and like I work on doing it.
Yeah.
Um, every once in a while, like lately, a lot of like I do a lot of traveling, which kind of it like affected my ability to work on things because I had to leave, and which also like makes me have to like probably invest in a portable Cintiq or something like that, or just a tablet to work on when I'm carrying
Yeah.
my laptop with me. So that's something I have to now actually consider getting. But yeah, with you, like it can be hard, but I feel like if you just get it done in at least a respectable amount of time, then you'll be good. And yeah, but that organization and balance is key. Like
Facts.
because of the work I'm doing now, I actually am now a morning person. Like I get up at like 5 or 6. Usually if I get up at 5, it's good because I get to finish like a ton of stuff at a certain time. Then I can eat and like do like I've noticed that the earlier I wake up on like weekdays, especially,
Mm,
it's easier. Like I actually have a weekend in a way of work, which I love to do, but also I can like just go out and hang out with my friends, my girlfriend or whatever, and then come back.
yeah.
But yeah, like um, I guess the base I can say is being like waking up and like sticking with it is really helped me a lot. So then I can actually sleep because I used to like not sleep, not
Yeah,
sleep a lot.
I used to have the same
Um,
issue. It was like, for me, it was like I would reach the end of the day and it'd be like 1 in the morning or 2 in the morning, and I usually wake up at like 7. So, but
mhm.
I'd always just be like, yo, I could do a little bit more because I have it in me. That's not the problem. The
Yeah.
problem is
Oh
stopping.
yeah.
Like
Yes.
I feel like when you're traveling, you said you had to get a port. I would love to see
Yeah.
like professional ass animation, and then like while you're traveling, just like shitty mouse drawn for like 5 seconds, and then it just goes back to normal. And they're just like, all right, so like this part, what is it? You're just like, I was on the road. It's the sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like ignore that part. That was bad.
Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, dude, I'm with you. Like sometimes, especially when I'm halfway or near the end of a project, I will say like I won't sleep. Like
Oh
I'll,
man,
I'll
I'm the
keep on
same way.
going till my body like until I legit get tired. Then I'll
Yeah.
wake up like 3 or 4 hours later. I'm like, all right, I gotta get this thing done. And then I'll spend all day finishing it up, and then I'll give myself like a day of just like not doing anything, just
Yeah.
to
But I
take a
don't
little
even know.
reliever.
I don't
And
even
then
know if it's like how. Like I don't know if I had I managed my time properly. Who knows if I would have finished it faster and then had more energy on the comeback day.
exactly,
Right.
exactly,
It's all
exactly.
about like balancing because it is tempting as fuck to like work all the time and like
Yeah,
I think it's when you get to that place though because like had you asked me like 3 or 4 years like fuck no I'd rather just like do nothing like,
dude. Yeah,
but then you
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
you get
Right.
that discipline going and then you really like that's why like people are workaholics they just have no
Yeah,
self-control and it's self-control on the other side of the spectrum.
yeah, man. Like lately, I think the biggest thing I've noticed in myself while working or doing work is like I love taking on projects. I love like doing the work, and yeah, I just like I like to have a consistent flow of stuff. Um, I definitely like breaks every once in a while. That's for sure. Like I know I definitely need it, but
Yeah,
once that break is over, I'm just like, all right, I need to start doing something. I need to animate something, whether freelance or not. I just will just start making something.
because when
Like
you're
I'm
not
working
in
on
it
a
like you're not like progressing even in life like I find that like it all kind of syncs up to what I'm completing with work, right?
yeah, man, 100%. Like even when I don't have freelance work, I'm actually working on a show, a little pilot series, which I'm hoping to get it out. I don't give a deadline or like a date because I don't want to say it and then it's like, oh, it's much later.
We just talked about that too. just talking
Right?
about how
We just talked
important
about
deadlines are.
exactly. Right.
But when it comes to our own shit, you know, it's a different story.
Yeah, when it comes to our own, yeah, right. But when it comes to our own, yeah, that's oh god, that's so true.
It's the most fuck shit too. It's just like it's
right?
like your thing could be finished and not be perfect, but mine, come on.
Yeah. Yeah, and like okay, I'll do this. I'll put myself accountable. The what is it? Expected or projected deadline for my series to be out is January/February of 2018.
Okay.
That's when we're looking at it.
Are we talking like a pilot or like a full series?
So essentially, it's like a pilot series. Like, yeah, you're right. A bit of both. Right now, it's 5 episodes. They're each going to be about. We have it slated for like 5 to 7 minutes. It's my brother and I. We've always wanted to do like a show together. Yeah. Like a Coker Brothers thing, and yeah, like we filmed a lot of stuff because we're based right outside of Chicago.
Right.
So we have a lot of things that we've done that we filmed. I don't want to give too much of it away, but one of the episodes that we have, which we don't know if we're going to use it or not, but have you heard of Skepta?
The
rap MC.
Yeah.
We saw his show. My brother and I went to his show in Chicago. It was nuts. Loved it.
Imagine, dude, they're nuts.
It was a mad thing. It was sweet. It was so cool. I loved it. And we filmed that. And then I also went to Majid Jordan. I saw them in Chicago too. And I filmed that as well. And I don't give too much of the show away because it is something that's new and different, but it's a mix of if I had my own TV show, I guess it would be like this.
Right.
And my brother was like, oh, this is what I want to do too. So it's kind of like, in a way, like I talk about what I like to do and then he talks about what he likes to do. It's almost like I'm sharing the screen with my brother. Like I have like my own little segment that he has his own.
Yeah.
And then we just kind of are collecting together. But yeah, it's what we're pretty much working on. And I'm curious what people will think about it. I don't even care about like I mean, YouTube system's broken anyway. It definitely isn't about the money. I just want to make it and just see what people think about it. Like I just care about it like looking good and like like if people are like, this is cool, we want more, or if people are just like, I mean, they're like, yeah.
So is this a mix of live action and animation, or is it just straight live action?
It's a mix of live action, animation, and what was the other thing? Just live action animation. It's a mix of both.
Okay, cool.
Like truly a hybrid. And like my brother is I shoot film, but my brother is more of the filmmaker. I'm more of the filmmaker in terms of he's way better at actually using the camera and getting good shots. I mean, I think I'm pretty good at it too, but with animation I'm better at composing the shot and exactly, like compositing, because he's good at finding it. I would say I'm okay, but he's way better with the camera, so he's been shooting a lot of the film parts. I would sketch out what a composite I would like. It's hard to like find a composite you like, because like I guess for me as an animator, I'm like, I can just draw what I want it to look like. But like in real life,
it's different skills, man.
Yeah, it's hard to find.
I would like because I'm the same way. I could see it perfectly in my head, but like why doesn't the camera line up the same way? That's my
right.
So I see like with your animations, it's like the composition is like super important, and I feel like that's almost like the main thing that I really get from your animations, right? Because it's not overly maximalist. It's not like nothing. There's not too much like moving within the frame all the time. You know, that could be a result of obviously, but generally speaking, like you have like a frame, and also just by the nature of like lore in a minute, it's got to be like simple to the point, right? So yeah. But like I wonder, is that like a result of you liking this kind of style of just kind of letting the frame do the talking rather than all this shit going on, or is it a result of not having enough time?
Honestly, I want to thank you for you pointing that out, because that's what I've been trying to do lately with a lot of my work. Because I'm trying to work smarter, not harder, but also just build more on, I guess in a way, my quote unquote filmmaking through animation. My brother and I, like, since I think starting last year a little bit and a little before that too, I've been watching a lot of stuff like Every Frame of Painting, Nerd Writer, a lot of these like film, like really good movies, animation and film and live action.
Yeah.
And and the really, really good ones, even things like Cowboy Bebop and like Batman the Animated Series and all that kind of stuff. Like the composition, like letting the frame speak for itself, like setting things up and like having the background and the art tell a story, and then the animations on top of it too. Like for me, I think that is my strength.
Yeah.
Not,
I would
not that
definitely
like
agree
I'm
from the stuff I've seen.
Yeah, I think because I for one, I don't consider myself like a really good action animator. I'm trying to get more into it, like a lot of fluid movements, like like fight scenes.
Yeah.
That's something I'm not too great at. Like I admit like that's like a weakness of mine, and I really want to work on it. But since that's a weakness of mine, which I either would contract that work out to like buddies I know who are really good at it. But one thing that I think even like my older stuff I was always a fan of was I always loved the backgrounds. I loved how a character would just stand. I love like there is animation, but it's not like intense animation. It's just stuff that's really pleasing to look at.
Yeah.
And I always try to make sure like the composition, like besides the character itself, like like the visually looks cool. Like if a character is like a very sporadic person, like who's angry and stuff, I'll try to make the background like look like red.
I mean, one thing I think of is
like trash.
the one with like I forget what it is, but like the predators. I think there's 3 of them, and then they're like standing over, and it's like a desert, and you make it look menacing just from the frame itself, like the fact that they're standing over the camera and like looking big and kind of drawing this way.
Yeah, I think I remember that. That was I forgot to talk about. But yes, yeah, you're right. Like just coming out of the camera in and out. Yeah, like things like that.
And I mean, also, I would think like it all depends like what you want to do, right? But as far as it goes, like with the fight scenes, like if I were in that position and I didn't love doing fight scenes, I don't know how you feel about them. I would like double down on your strengths and kind of like rather than devote more time to like making a weakness decent, like I would definitely double down on a strength rather than,
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Like when it comes to fight scenes too, what I've been doing is I've been watching a lot of, for fight scenes in particular, I think I probably, people know this at this point because I tweet all the time. But my reference all the time for fight scenes and animation, everything like that is, well, now for sure, Samurai Jack, Batman, the animated series, Superman animated series, like Justice League and Justice League Unlimited, like that, like, 90s, thousands run, like Batman Beyond, like of that, like Timverse
that era.
animation. Yeah, that era. I reference that a lot. I actually play it. I have it playing like whenever I'm working. I just have it playing in the background all the time, on mute or even like them talking, whatever. Usually it's on mute, my own music playing, and just that's in the background. But I noticed that in all those fight scenes, they don't truly animate like a character like running over and like punching or like kicking. Like they do a lot of things where like they run towards the camera, then the next shot is like a white flash, like it shows the character's
swipe,
like
post swipe, right?
Yeah. Like let's say Batman like has a punch, but like it shows his body like going towards the camera, and then it's a white flash, and then you see like Bane's like face going to the left, so you know like he got hit. Yeah, like little tricks to the eyes, so people know like, oh yeah, he got punched. Like they didn't actually animate him punching his face,
but the story got told.
Like, yeah, exactly. And that for me, I'm like, this works just as well. Like it's just as good. And
I mean, especially with Samurai Jack, like it's like
oh my gosh,
prime example.
Yeah, like this season 5 of Samurai Jack, like all the action scenes in that one was the best animation, like fight, like it was so different. It was so unique. It was incredible. Like it did what I feel live action could not do in terms of fighting. Like it was incredible. And not saying that live action can't do it, but there are just some things that with animation, especially.
Well, I mean, that's like the point of animation, right? Like.
Yeah, true, right? Yeah, you're right. Actually, yeah, it does literally the impossible. Like that's why you have CG as well.
That's why it's so
incorporate
cool.
The stuff you can't see. Yeah, and so in terms of fight scenes, yeah, like I've been doing that lately. Now, plus that I don't need to animate a character like like I don't need to have a camera on the person running until like have like his foot and then like little tricks like
You don't need to
just like
overtell
that.
the story.
Exactly. Like once you
Like,
have it there and set the point up, like you know he got hit, the way it's set up, like the background and all that kind of stuff. But yeah,
it's annoying.
that's
I'm
what I've been
like,
doing.
I'm mainly like a writer. I write like comedy stuff, and that's
Mhm.
where my strength is. And it like bothers the shit out of me when people overtell jokes, because it's like I didn't need to hear like 80% of the words you just said. In the punch, like it was, and it's like it's bad when, because like I mean I write a lot of jokes, so it's probably in the way that you see like Samurai Jack in like a very certain way, because you're very like well versed in animation. I can like predict a lot of jokes if like the punchline is obvious and the comedian's not very good. So like
I see.
it just
That's
it bothers me when they overtell and then I've guessed the punchline already and I'm just like, dude, fuck off.
yeah. That's funny because I've been learning that too because my brother, he's been doing stand up.
Yeah.
He's also a writer in film, so he's really been doing stand up stuff and the comedy especially like because we both I don't really consider myself a comedian by any standard of the word, but in terms of like writing and delivery, I think I've gotten a little bit better because like whenever I work on stuff, scripts are set. Like for example, a lot of the comic historian shorts I did for him, the two that were released lately, it was like a.
Oh, is that your brother? Or is that one of the dudes on Comic Historian?
Oh no.
Okay,
He's
the way you worded that,
yeah.
I was like, damn, wait, what?
Oh my bad, yeah.
I thought you
that
said
didn't, that
like,
didn't help at all.
yeah, I thought you said like my brother.
Yeah. that phrase didn't help out. I meant to say that I know what you mean by jokes that's overtold because my brother would tell me things about writing
Yeah.
and I also like would pick up stuff from the work I've done. And then whenever he has stand-up stuff, he'll tell me things and then I'll tell him stuff. But like you said, a big thing that we've noticed because we go and watch stand-up too is that people would like build up like talk like it's just like just say the joke like if you get it
I mean
right,
it's
you don't
what
have to
we're
keep
saying
going.
with animation. Like the viewer is not a retard, you know. He's very
Yeah.
much capable of understanding what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And like
Yeah,
the thing
and,
is, I mean, if he doesn't, like I think I don't know if you know who Milo is, the rapper, but he's had like a pretty big impact on me, just kind of like like philosophically as I approach my work. Because like I don't know if you've heard his music, but he's dropping like $5, $10 words that are going right by me, but I'm vibing to the shit and I'm really feeling it, and I'm just like, yo,
nice.
like even if they don't understand, like they're like, and if they don't, who
Yeah.
cares? It's like not for them then, like.
Yeah. You got it, man. Yeah. And like it's just I'm with you. It's so important. And like what I meant to say in terms of the writing, it's funny because I think I've gotten a little bit better at it. Especially with the two little short cartoons I did with for Comic Historian.
Mm-hmm.
They're on the Facebook page now, but after we finish, I think the other 3 or 4, they're going to be on YouTube as a combination because YouTube hates anything short than like 30 seconds or a minute or anything shorter than just 1 minute or whatever.
You know what's funny? You know the subreddit YouTube Haiku?
No, I don't.
Okay, well, like you know, Prosy D and like Gus Johnson.
Yes.
They've really kind of finessed the game because they're blowing up off 30-second videos.
Dude, they are, and I wish you're right. Like that's awesome, and annoyingly, I wish I could like pump out 30-second cartoons as fast as he does his skits.
Oh yeah,
But
I mean it's just not the same.
Yeah, it really isn't.
It's just an unfair advantage.
Right?
Because I mean his
man.
it's like it's not even like something polished. It's just like one joke, one punchline, and his awesome voice. That's about it.
Yeah, right. And it's funny because like on that topic, like the 2 shorts I did for Comic Historian, one was like one was Batman getting a ticket to go to a show, but it got canceled, and then he like blows up the guy who has a ticket, and then the other one was it was like Batman takes like Green Lantern's ring so that he can't like fly with it or whatever.
Okay.
But it was funny because on those like scripts that they gave me, it was literally like a sentence or 2, and they're like, "This is pretty much the main point," and they're like, and they pretty much looked at me. They're like, "How can we like make this like a joke?" And I pretty much like would build on it. I'm like, okay, if this has to last a minute, let me add a couple of things here that would not like you said, build on the joke, make the overall thing funny, like make a story and like present it up. And then for those 2 shorts in particular, I remember like the script was literally just it was like a text doc. It was like text doc things. Literally, like there are 7. I think we have like 7 or 8 episodes planned. Each story is literally just 2 sentences, and it's just like, here's the point, here's the point, here's the point, here's the point, here's the point. And then for me, I'm just like, all right, cool. They gave it to me, and I just build on it, or I just be like, okay, what if we did like this? And I usually storyboard it out, or I do an animatic and send it over to him for him to look at. And the cool thing is that like 10 out of 10 times, really, they look at it, they're like, yeah, these are actually really good. Like you pretty much make like, they calculate like you made it funny because you pretty much like builds up on it.
Yeah, I mean, because like you might have one punch, but like, I mean, for like half the time, a lot of the jokes that I write on paper that are funny don't translate, or they end up significantly different than they were first written as. So I mean, like you're really taking the brunt of the load. They're really kind of coming to you with basically just like a raw idea.
Yeah, and it's cool because like I'm a big comic geek. I love that stuff, and essentially, like, if I get to my 12-year-old self, like, hey, like, you're sitting here watching Toonami, Justice League, like all this stuff all the time on Cartoon Network, and then by the time you're like 20, 24, 25, you're gonna be essentially like making cartoons about superheroes, but like not through a studio, just do it by yourself, and people watch it and they love it.
And tons of people watch it, and tons of people get hot in the comments about it.
I get it is like to this day, man, it's astounding how many people watch it. Like when those 2 cartoons were released, like especially the Deadpool Batman one I did for him, because that was a labor of love.
Comments are so funny. People are like, "Yo, Deadpool would never lose that."
Right, and that one was definitely, like, of all the work I've done, I love it. That was definitely the longest thing I've ever done. But working on it, like for that one especially, they would just talk about like how it would work out, but everything in there, like all little intricacies of like, oh wow, like it was pretty much all me, because I was like, I think this would be better like this, because I really cared about it having a lot of replayability, like character replay value. Like you watch it once, you're like, I'm gonna watch it again now to find out little Easter eggs. Okay, I'm gonna watch it again because
think about that, dude. It's so great, and it's not even that. It's like it's not even like an Easter egg. It's like also just like a kind of a subtext meaning, like a sub theme going on.
Exactly, and I always try to put that in everything. Like I love putting in, subtext, Easter egg things, like a lot of things that'll make someone have to watch it twice. At least that's like a goal for me.
It's funny. That's like, I like really the most important part to me about making something is like the one thing constantly is like replayability. Like when I kind of started my YouTube channel, I was like, the YouTube channels I really admired, when I stumbled upon it, it was like going into like somebody's world, essentially, like a different world. And I could go back and forth and see different things each time, and it was the coolest shit ever. And that's really just what I wanted to do, so that's why I did it.
Yeah, man. That's like, I agree with you. Like replayability, like it's gotta look good. It's gotta make sense, and it's gotta have that. Like, that's really important to me too.
And it's even when you year and you're like, oh, I damn, I did that. I'm a smart guy.
Yeah. It was. I remember, like, that moment when I felt like, okay, I think like the Deadpool versus Batman cartoon was the biggest thing, because that thing took like, I think projected, I was like, oh, I can get it done in 3 months. But the thing was like, there are 2 different endings. They added a ton of other things to it. So of course, it went from 3 months to 6 months, I think.
Damn.
I might be getting it wrong. Maybe it was less than that. No, I think it was 3 months. I think it was originally 1 month, and it turned to 3 months for that project. But when it was done, I remember I was like, all right. And then I sent it over to Benny.
Yeah.
And then I just remember like I was waiting, like I was like, all right, well, I sent it to him. We'll see what's up. And then I remember the next day he called me. No, he like once he saw it, because usually he always like text back after he sees stuff. Instead, like he just called me and goes, dude, like this is awesome. And I was like, oh really? Like you really like it? I was nervous. He's like, dude, we sent it to like some other people to watch it, and they were just like, wait, this is what you guys are starting, like, ask me more. And then immediately from there, he's like, let's do some like more stuff, because that was like the big test, I guess, like just in general for like if people are gonna like it. And it's awesome. Like it's one of his most, but not like his most thing, but like in that month span, I think that month in particular, I think it was the most watched thing that wasn't like his typical videos, like in comparison to all the other videos, like people would watch that a ton.
Yeah.
And I think same for Rob, Comics Explained, because he has his version, his endings on his channel.
Yeah, and I mean the
Um,
thing is though, also with you gotta like think about really have replayability because like they're just information, right? And
yeah,
so
that's a good point.
yours does, and that's like would lift it as a higher quality rather something relevant for 10 seconds, right?
Yeah, that's true. Because like that's a good point. Because like for a lot of their stuff, it's great. After you watch it, you're like, all right, I got it, and you can
Like
watch it again if you
I
want.
know the
But
information. It's like there's no reason to watch it again.
that is true. That's a good point. Like I think for those cartoon ones especially, people always go back to watch it again because they see the little like goofy parts and things like that. Yeah, it was fun. That project really taught me a lot, just about myself and what I could do. I really pushed myself a lot for that and the Ben Wolf music video.
Mm.
The Ben Wolf especially was the more that was my first like I remember doing that. I was like, okay, I want this to be like if it's legit shot like with a camera, like all the angles are one way, and then like the next shot is this. Like every single thing you look at is very yeah, like really well composited.
Yeah.
And when it was done, I was like, all right, like I was like, oh wow, I can do it. Like sweet. Now on the next project I'm doing, I really am focusing on that too, building even more. But yeah, like it was super fun. But yeah, replayability, that's a big deal. Yeah, man.
As far as the
I agree.
tracks you get go, do you have to like the tracks, or is it like, whoever kind of
Oh,
hits you up for a commish?
good point. Usually I always say yes to whatever, but if I really like the track and I can happily say that really good musicians have contacted me to make stuff for them, um, like usually 10 out of 10 times the people who send music to me who are like, hey, can I have this? Like, can we work on this? I'm usually like, yeah, I'll do this. Like, I'll definitely put like if anyway, it's almost like the cool thing about music videos, I think, is I wish I could make music. Like that's if I wasn't an I always tell people if I wasn't an animator, I'd be a musician. I'd be a producer. I'd be making stuff. I'd be trying to make tunes all the time.
You know, it's funny.
But since yeah,
Sorry to cut you off, but like,
no, you're good.
I want to be bad, right? But like,
Oh, okay.
it's just not what I'm good at. Like,
Yeah,
and I'm just like, I'm a natural comedian, and like, I understand like deeply that that's very much like writing is my calling. But like,
yeah,
as far as writing being my calling, like, I'll like do some poetry shit, and like, I do write raps, but it's just like, it's not. I'm not all the way there, you know. I don't think I could ever do it full on, and it's just like, I feel the
I
same way.
think
I'm like, oh, like if it wasn't this, it would be that. Like,
yeah, exactly. And like and in a way, but like you though, like so you can't like probably go you can't like face like audibly say the rap, but like you have the flow like already written down, and some guy who can will be like, oh, I'm gonna use this guy's words, like ghostwrite, and
I mean,
then
like I
essentially
can
like
rap, but it's just like I haven't put the work in, and like I love comedy like
I
deeply. It's
see,
just like rap
I
is more
see.
like when I'm frustrated with comedy, I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna write some bars and just like
Oh,
distract.
okay. Oh,
But
that's dope. That's dope.
it's more like that romantic idea of like, damn, it would be so much more fun to be a rapper. But like I know
I
for
see.
it's the same shit because like I have friends that rap like seriously.
Hmm.
I mean, like
Oh,
you
cool.
know this dude, right? Like your friends who you work with on music videos, and like, I mean, it's like it's art, right? It's the same shit, and it's just like it's just as
Yeah.
intense.
Oh my gosh. And like I'm with you. Like I love music. I love that like I love it so much that if I can help in any way to make this is gonna sound so artsy fartsy, like if I can help the auditory experience even better by adding visuals to it,
Oh
that'll
yeah,
hopefully make like the audio have even more impact. And especially for music videos, like I feel that's my contribution to the track in a way. It's like, hey, every time you hear the track, hopefully you see my visuals with it. Like hopefully you feel the same thing. Like hopefully you hear another note that the composer did along with the visuals of the track.
yeah. I
And
mean, some music videos like really changed the game. Like you know, a paperback animator.
oh man, that dude's
Yeah,
a G.
right.
Shout out to Paperback.
For real,
Man,
I don't think I would really fuck with like Neomatic, like that track that he did for them. Vernon
yeah.
Jane, he murdered that. Like, oh my god,
Murder
dude,
Jane was Murder Jane was like yeah. I'm with you. I'm with you. Though he is yeah, damn, he is good.
he's
He's
nice.
good.
There's no
Yeah,
doubt about it.
yeah. It was so cool to man. I think you asked me like what I like the most. I would say I have to tie with doing like fun like dumb um superhero shorts for comic story and music videos. Those are the two big ones I like to do. I would have to say.
But like,
Those are pretty
is
sweet.
there what is there outside of that though? Because it doesn't seem like there's much else
Oh
except for
yeah,
like old
there's like
shit. But like,
oh yeah, there's like lore and there's freelance stuff, like things that are like not even, I guess, quote unquote fun things. Like I
okay,
work on a health thing for a hospital and some other stuff.
got it.
But yeah, but like music videos and superhero like comic book related shorts, all about that.
Yeah.
All
So
about
like the
that.
other shit's more like clean cut work, basically.
Sorry, say again?
The other stuff is like clean cut work, like a
Yeah.
logo or like animated intro or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, pretty much like explainer videos or
Okay. Yeah.
like yeah, mostly explainer-ish videos and like animated yeah, things like that.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like going forward, you're working on a music video right now. You said, right?
Yeah, I work on one right now. Shout out to Trey Youth. He has been so big. I hope he's listening to this because that dude's a G and his music is so good. And I feel that, I mean, I know he's getting looks, but I'm hoping that with this music video, because I'm really trying to express myself too, like more in this particular one. And I'm being annoyingly methodical in terms of how it's looking because it's
Yeah.
very. I'll say this because I don't want to ruin it because I may change certain stuff, but it's very Akira inspired, like futuristic city vibes, and that
Okay.
is my favorite. That's my favorite. Like a Batman Beyond, like Neo Gotham, like that futuristic technology, like futuristic city vibe is my absolute favorite. Like that's like my favorite type of landscape, like scene or like composition stuff.
Those like heavy
And
metal buildings and like.
yeah, like yeah, like
Are we talking
hovering
like
like
almost like dystopian or like still like kind of intact?
it doesn't have to be dystopian. I don't think it really has to be dystopian. It can be, like nothing wrong with that. But I
Yeah.
think like I would say a mix of both. Like you notice like as you go towards the city, it is more luminous, like hovering elevators and like things like that. And then of course the carpet like city areas, but it's still like high tech though. Like you can still walk in like a bar area and like your drink is floating
Speaking
or like
of
things like that.
Blade Runner, the new Blade Runner out. I didn't see it yet, but I saw the little animation that Flylo was a part of. I don't know if you saw it.
Dude,
That's tight as fuck.
man, I saw the short, the animated short.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
short
that's what I'm
was
talking about.
dang. Yeah, I think it's like Blackout or is it Blade Runner Blackout 2020
Yeah,
2022 or
that's
something
what
like
it's
that.
called.
Yeah. It's I watched that. I remember watching that on the train with my brother and we both were like, yeah, this short's pretty dope.
I mean, I just
That
like
was sweet.
think Flying Lotus does, and that's how I stumbled upon it. Have you seen
Yeah.
Have you seen his? Do you know David Firth? I'm
His
assuming,
movie.
right? Yeah. Kuso, classic.
Yeah, man, I haven't seen it, but it's so
Oh
funny reading all
God, you have to see
the reviews.
it.
Everyone's like, "Oh, it's so fucked up. It's so
Yeah,
God."
it's so funny though. It's hilarious.
Man, I need to see it still.
You can't
I
eat
heard
it with
it's
food, or you can't watch it with food.
no, that's what people have said. People are like, "Yo, you have to make sure you have an empty stomach." That stuff that is just, it's just weird.
It's
Everyone's
real.
like, it's just,
I mean, you know David Firth, right?
yeah, I heard he worked on it, right?
Yeah, he had a heavy hand in it. So I mean, it's only like
Okay.
David Firth taught
That
Flylo
makes
how to
sense.
animate, which is actually awesome.
Wow,
Because the thing is, I was a
that's
fan
sick.
of them separately, and then I find out they're boys, and I'm like, oh my God,
Right.
that's so
And
cool.
how dope is that? Like that motivates me even more. Like seeing an internet animator like David Firth, a true like OG animator from like
Right?
the old days, like teaming up with Flying Lotus,
Opposite
a
side of the
musician who,
spectrum.
right, man, and that's so sick.
It's the glory of the internet, man.
Yeah, man, it connects everyone like even better. And I hate how like now, like I mean, YouTube is like a business and and other stuff, but like there are other venues for sure. But for like YouTube, it's funny seeing how if you're a celebrity, like you'll get more looks and stuff. But if you're a creator who makes stuff, you know.
YouTube now will make me depressed.
Yeah, I know. I should. But yeah, like because people like to see what other normal people are doing. I'm not trying to bash celebrities, but like people like that's why people like Vine so much because you just see other people like them just doing like stupid shit. You know?
Yeah, and I
Like,
mean, it's
people
not even that. Like, people like I don't know, like a lot of these corporations are out of touch and they're not giving people what they want.
Yeah,
They're like catering to the
yeah.
lowest common denominator. Like,
yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
you
dude,
don't have
I'm
to
with
say
you.
it, but I will. Like, it sucks. Like, a lot of it.
Hmm.
But you were going on about Trey before we got lost in a spiral of whatever the hell we
Oh
were
yeah,
going
Trey.
on
Yeah,
about.
Trey Youth. Yeah, I mean, working on his music video. The song is called City Vices. It's off his album Clouds, or his EP album. It's on his SoundCloud, and it's great. It's sweet.
I'll check it
Um,
out.
I really yeah, the City Vices is actually probably one of my favorite songs on there. And then when he reached out to me being like, yo, I want to do a music video for this song, I
Did he
was like,
reach out to
yes,
you after you'd been bumping it?
he reached out to me. I think he showed it to me before. Is it before he released it or after? I think it was like right after he released. Man, I'm not sure.
So, but
Cause
it was a situation where like you were already feeling the song, and then he was like, "Yep,
oh yeah,
yeah,
like
yeah,
once it started, like the first 10 seconds, I was like, I'm sold. I'm like, I'm gonna do this regardless.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. And it was sweet. And I definitely, it would definitely be done. I need to shout out to him again because he's been very patient, and I'm very happy for his patience. And I want to make sure that his patience is rewarded. And I want to I always try to outdo myself with everything I do. The Ben Wolf one, people still I was somewhere, I forgot, and I kind of met some friends I haven't seen in a while, and they were just like, dude, we saw your music video, and that thing is sweet, and we just keep playing all the time. And I think the biggest like crazy moment with that music video, because that was like my first real, I guess, music video. Or no, I did one before way back, but this one was one where it was with a pretty like Curbside is he makes waves for sure. Because after I made that music video, I got contacted by a lot of like I'm not sure I can say the names of
it's
those
fine."
guys,
Just
but
big dudes, right?
yeah, some dudes. I was like, dang, I was like, oh, this is crazy. I wasn't expecting this.
Dudes you'd already known, or some dudes you just like big followings?
Dudes who definitely have big followings. Yeah, I didn't really know a lot of them, but there was one guy who was pretty big, and I was like, dang. And then, but from that music video, I remember it got featured on Dead End Hip Hop, and that's why I was just like,
Oh
whoa.
shit, that's tight.
That I was like, all right. I was like, this is like, cause you know how, excuse me, you know how, you know how like sometimes I guess for animators too, because and maybe animators have told you this numerous times, but all you do, like you're pretty much in your room most of the time, or like in your studio, your office, whatever it is, and you're just there by yourself, just drawing away, you know.
That's
Like luckily, like
one thing my friend told
brother's
me.
there all the time.
He was like, if any animator ever gets too cocky, just remember that they're like a dude sitting in their underwear, just like
Oh, dude.
drawing on a tablet.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They're literally just sitting in your underwear with a fan on to make sure your Cintiq doesn't overheat, and you're just in your room, in the same like room, office, or studio, just drawing there, being like, "Oh, this look cool, right? I guess." And then like that's all you do.
And then let me redraw the exact same thing 1,000 times.
Yeah, right. But it's cool, like seeing that the work that you put in, because you're sitting there for hours doing the same thing. But then once it's done, and the people just say like, "Yo, this is great, it's awesome," and then like when yeah, and like and they were spread like when that video came out, I wasn't nervous. I was just like, man, like this music video, like I was like, I hope that like people listen to it more. And then once I remember, I think it was the day after, it was like different, like social, like it was on, I mean, the artist himself was promoting it as well, but it was cool seeing it on different music sites that people go to, you know, to find new music and like good stuff and underground shit. And seeing like it's a Curbside X digsBot have released something that's great. And then one dude like called me like a Hype Williams of like a new internet
big.
like a new internet Hype Williams. I was just like literally I was like, this is one of the best comments I've ever gotten.
Just bow down.
A guy who's
quick,
like,
thank you.
Yeah, he was like, oh no. It was just cool because he was just like the guy. I remember the comment was like, this reminds me of a time when like musicians worked with other mediums and made sure that it looked great. Like they cared about the overall package. And it was sweet how he was like, it reminded him of like an old school, like 1990s, early thousands era of like going on Toonami and like looking up music and seeing a music video being premiered, or going on going on really old school websites and then like waiting for. And he said like this felt like I was going like I had to boot up dial-up again to see a new like music video, and
Hey.
and he's like, it's even better as a cartoon. Yeah, he's like, even better as a cartoon. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm like, this guy has to stop. Like, I'm like, I'm gonna cry, man. This is dope.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, and it was so good, and I was so happy, and like honored hearing that. So, and I hope that the next thing, like the next music video, like my future project, I just hope that, I don't know, like it's cool now that I guess I have a couple things that I've worked on, but it's stuff that like I can happily say that I can pick the ones that hopefully, like when people say like my name, like they'd be like, oh yeah, you did that cheap thing, right? Oh, you did Trey Youth song, like this City Vice, right? You did was Batman, like a nice, I don't know, like plethora of things.
Yeah.
Right before like my own stuff comes out. I don't know. I've just been having fun with it, man. And it's been great. Like I've been enjoying it. I can't complain. I'm super fortunate. Yeah, I'm really grateful. Like really thankful, really grateful for people even giving me a chance. Like people who've liked my stuff since I started doing this thing in high school.
Yeah.
Like really doing animation seriously. But yeah, man, it's been dope.
You know what's
really
funny?
cool.
It's like with my personal channel where I just upload like little comedy shorts. Even though like subs, I've had like a couple videos like get like, you know, more views than I'm used to, and that's always cool. But it's like, and occasionally that'll happen. Like a video will kind of go bigger than I expected, right? But
yeah,
even when that happens, or like if it hasn't happened for a while, I'm just like, you know what? I'm like, I know it's gonna happen again because like it's happening in like kind of like little cycle patterns where it happens like bigger each time, but like just it's slow, right? Each time it'll be like, you know, every third video or something, and I'm just like, you know what? It's cool though because now dope shit behind it that they can just go back and see and just be like, this dude is not just about one thing. He's got mad shit going on.
Dude, it's so important to like be versatile, to show that you have different, like to be just diverse in different stuff. Like they see like I can happily say that I can do an explainer video, I can do a music video, I can fight scenes. Like I'm not good at it, but I know how to do it enough that it counts as a fight scene. Choreographing, like checking the camera. Like I really do think it's really important to be versatile stuff. Like I can write things, I can do this, I can like with the show with my brother, I'm excited about that because that's gonna make me like, he's been teaching me a lot of little a lot actually. He's teaching me a lot of just writing, but also just camera movements, and we got like this little like camera slider thing, and like all these different stuff like light. I think it's called light umbrellas. I don't know. I'm probably saying it wrong, actual term, but just things like that. And he's been really showing me how to do that.
Right.
It's cool. Like it's just awesome to like make shit. I love it.
I mean, it's like I feel like we chose the coolest things to do ever, right? It's like,
dude, like for sure. Like I used to like be nervous about it, but now I'm just like, no, like I'm so happy with what I do, and I don't take it for granted. I always like sometimes I think even my friends know too. Like we'll go out and stuff, but then I always want to be like, all right, I need to go back home. I want to like work on something. I need to make something. I want to keep drawing. I want to keep animating. Like
sometimes I even curve my friends too much. It's just
yeah, like I just want to just be in my little studio and just keep making and creating. Or like if I'm not doing that, I'll be playing like once again Batman Beyond or Justice League Unlimited or Justice League, and just watching something again and then just studying it like crazy, writing down notes or looking up back. Or if I'm not animating, I'm usually watching something to study it, or I'm looking up backgrounds, or I'm looking at my art book or art books, looking at photos, just looking at stuff to just keep on motivating myself.
You know what's funny?
And
even though I'm so like heavily in comedy, I have inspirations that are like I love Eric Andre. That's someone I go back to constantly.
Eric Andre, man.
I love like really like Ali G is like another one. Sacha Baron Cohen, just a beast.
Yeah, I remember Ali G.
But it's just like those kind of like, so I go back to them. But really, one thing that inspires me more than anything else is music, and it's like really rap is my biggest genre. So,
dude, same here, man. Man.
Going in there, like as I said, like Milo inspired, you know, some of the way I approach writing. Like another dude who's kind of in that scene, Open Mike Eagle, like inspired me to like kind of deliver in a more soft tone, but still be like real. That's what he did on his last album, and like it's really crazy that it's not even comedy.
Yeah, no, dude. Like, music is so influential. Like, the funny thing is, because of music, another really good buddy of mine. I don't know if you know. Do you know Dom of Dom Sketchcast?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Dom. Yeah, he's my boy. We're actually. Well, I probably shouldn't say anything about that, but we're working on a little something. Nothing crazy, but working on a little thing together. He'll put on his channel, I'll put on my channel too. Which we hope people like. It's just for crazy, but we both were like, let's just do this. Like, why not?
Yeah.
I think he found me from because I did an interview, I think, with him on his podcast with him and D-Respect, Double D's.
Okay.
He found my stuff. I forgot how I found my stuff. Then I found his stuff because he did Hip Hop RPG way back in the day. That's how I found him. And then I remember I was just watching. I was just like, this is awesome. And then I did a cutscene for him for I think it was for episode.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's on my channel. I forgot. I think it's 3 or 4. I forgot which one. But that was how I easily connected with him. Because he loved animation. He loved he loved all types of music as well. But also like super geeky into animation and stuff. And we immediately clicked. And like I mean, I text him like a ton. Like whenever like I have an idea, and like he'll just call me up like, yo man, I got this idea. And then next thing you know, we're just hitting it.
Yeah.
Excuse me. But there was I'm trying to make a point about that. Yeah, but for music, yeah, a big influence for me. Whenever I love jazz, I love rap, I love the hip hop like melodies, especially the instrumentals. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
And like the down tempo. But Samurai Champloo. Have you seen that anime?
No, I haven't.
Dude, I think you like it.
Gotta watch it.
Yeah, it's got Nujabes. I always forget to say his name wrong. Nujabes, right? Yeah, Nujabes. I have all his like oh man, huge influence for me. Like just his music alone is incredible.
Oh yeah, legend.
But like him, and then Cowboy Bebop's music, and yeah, like that stuff. That it's just so good. I'm with you, man. On that topic of music just being a huge inspiration. It's a big one for me. Big one for me.
Do you know who Mike is out of New York?
Mike.
He's up and coming. He's still like underground.
Okay.
And you would only know him if you fuck with New York. I'll link you something after this. He's got like a video that just came out. There's not like real animation that's going on in the background, but there's like, you know, they played with it, which is cool. I think. Sweet. But no, he's really like right now. I don't know of anyone that's, you know, really like putting on for New York as much as he is right now. It's really great.
That's dope.
He's killing
That's it. Dope. That's a place I still need to visit, New York.
Oh yeah, man. New York is crazy.
Yeah.
I live in the suburbs outside of it, but it's really fantastic.
Dope. I need to check it out.
You're from Chicago. I mean, the rap scene is popping there. Like,
yeah, dude. I don't know what it is about Chicago. Like, and I have to say too, like I am a kid, but I know people. Like I was born there. I lived in the city for a while. Then I moved out. Like I mean, the family moved down to the burbs and everything, school. But the thing about Chicago, it is so like, and not in like in a good way, like annoyingly creative. Like when you walk in there, it's like someone's doing something, especially the music scene. Like
you would like New York. This is the same.
I like that too. Oh, sweet, yeah, sweet. Like, and I love that.
And the thing is, I went to Colorado for school for like a year and a half, right? And every time I'd come back to New York, the one thing is just like when I go back to New York, bro, I'm motivated because I look around and everybody's on something. I'm just like, what have I been doing with my life? I gotta go.
Right? Yeah, dude. And I want to like lately in Chicago too. There's been such like a I don't know, maybe it's just this never ending like creative hotbed of just stuff. And I really want to like enter things and do stuff like animation, like I don't know, like a Chicago Film Festival or underground films, like start submitting things that I've made to it. Yeah, for sure. And like I want to get into that more.
There's websites where you like they just have all of them and you can like just really
Yeah,
money, but like you can just kind of click away and submit.
click. Yeah, and I've seen that, and I want to be a part of that more. Like, show like, yo, like, like let me rep my city. Like, let me rep where I was born, like where I grew up for a while, and like where I have family. Like, I go up
Yeah.
to the city and visit family. So it's like I need to put up there and like seeing. I mean, based on inspiration right there, seeing Chance doing his thing. Like
Oh
that's
yeah.
like it's crazy. Like I I remember when he released his album Coloring Book, and I'm walking around and every like his
I can't even imagine
the
because
cover,
everybody everywhere was on that.
man,
But like I assume
it
Chicago was
was,
lit up.
oh dude, I'll never forget. I was walking around and it was just everywhere. Like people, like there are people, like people were literally, it was on the airwaves, like every, like into the bars, into the stores.
That's
They're just
awesome.
playing Angels. They're playing like Juke Jam. They're playing everything. It was dope. It was so cool seeing like a guy who's younger than me by like, I think a year or two, just doing his thing. And I was like, yo, this is incredible. Like it's incredible that like like you can do it. And of course like Kanye is like a staple for sure. But
Yeah,
like
but Kanye didn't. I think Chance really put on for Chicago in a different way.
exactly. He really did, and still does. And he like is even doing like, oh, like I hope he runs for mayor. Like that'd be dope.
Yeah, right. He's really
Right?
on. He's really on. Like I
Yeah,
would not put it past him.
yeah. He's like challenging the system too. Like what like people have been hoping to like to occur and stuff. And yeah, man, it's dope. Like he's teaming up with Lyft. Like yeah. And when he did his magnificent color, like the coloring day, like
Oh,
man,
the free show or whatever. Or
dude,
I don't know if it,
seeing that was the most inspirational thing. I'm like, all right, I gotta do this thing. I gotta like I want to like. The funny thing is, I was working on it, but I didn't finish it. He had like one song, I forgot what it was. Why am I forgetting it? I was going to make. I had it all sketched out. I had like a music video I was gonna make for like just a fan one for him,
off
like in a
coloring
way, like
book.
just make it. It was off his acid. It was off acid rap, yeah. And I remember I had the storyboard like when I was in college, like all sketched up. Oh, I remember Cocoa Butter Kisses because my
Okay,
friends
yeah,
would play it
that's
all
my
the time.
favorite song off the
Yeah.
mixtape.
Oh, so good. Like my friends would play it all the time. I was
Twista's
like, you know what?
verse. Oh my god, dude, just
Yeah.
ridiculous.
And I remember I had the sketchbook. I had little like ideas penned out, and I was gonna start working on it. I was like, I'll come back to it. And I had it there, but now even I'm thinking like, you know what? I think like when I have time, like on the side, I'm just gonna make a music video and like put it up. Like I mean, obviously you can't like I'm not gonna monetize. I just want people to see it and like be like, hey, look, I just made this, and I hope people would fuck with it.
Yeah,
And yeah, because like it's like, hey, I was like,
I mean that's
I'm
also a good
from
way to catch looks if it really pops off. Like,
yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. Just to put it up there and be like, yeah, I hope people like it.
yeah,
To see what's going on. Like my own music video to the song. Yeah, the only difference of the only issue is time, and
yeah,
because I already have so much stuff to do, and the stuff that I would like to do, I have to like organize that as well with what I need to do.
yeah, most
Um,
definitely. I think
yeah,
I don't think there'll ever be like a point where you can be like, okay, I have like a month of free time. I could just bend. No, I think it's like
man.
probably something you'll have to be like, okay, like I can devote an hour today or like something like.
Yep, man. The last time I had a month of free time, I don't remember the last time I had free time. I really don't.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever had
uh,
that. Man.
I think it's just like you gotta. Well, I just put it that way because of like animations take so long.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, dude. It does. It takes so long, and I always feel bad because I definitely like do. As people say that I'm a pretty fast animator, like in terms of what I do, and I was
Yeah,
like, I don't think I am, because I think luckily my projects usually are 1 minute or 2 minutes long. Like some stuff does take longer than others.
yeah,
But dude, it takes so long, and sometimes even the process, which is annoying. Like I love it, but yeah, man, it takes forever. And I always feel bad because whenever you have to like, I think that a big thing too, like especially for like the corporate work I do,
hmm
I always do storyboards first, and I'm always like, all right, is this good? Because I always tell them like it's better to make sure that this is what you want, and I always make sure like I draw I've learned lately that having all the assets before you actually start the animation, like color keys and like the character like turnarounds, all
Just
that kind of stuff. All that is
optimizing
there.
your shit.
Yeah, like making sure that they see everything and be like, all right, this is how it will look. And you have to say yes, because when it starts, we don't want to make huge changes because then it'll take even longer. Like I always try to make sure that like, you know, the storyboard is like really, really well done. Like for them to see like, hey, here's how it's going to look like, and then have like color keys with them, have the characters with them, have the story, have the audio, have, like, so that they can
just
essentially
minimize
see, like,
error, basically.
exactly, because the last thing you need is you finish a cartoon, they're like, can we add a bunch of other this to it too? And you're going to be like, well, no. Or like, or it's like, yes, but it'll cost you more because I have to essentially animate everything all over again. And they like that too. They like you always pestering, always blaming, because then they understand too, like, oh wow, this is gonna take a while. Like he wasn't joking, and it's good that he's taking all these steps because in a way, like the animation itself isn't, I think, the hardest part to do for me anyway. The hardest part is getting the animatic, the storyboards, everything done first. When that's all set up, like it's easier for me to animate something, I guess, fast because I have everything like I know what to animate.
And I mean, at that point, it's the grunt work, right? It's headless, basically.
Yeah.
Because like
exactly. Yeah.
You
like
figured out all the conceptual shit that's kind of hard.
Yeah. Exactly. Like you're absolutely right. Once the concept and like the abstract is like finally like in like, I guess like for me anyway, like paper storyboard-ish like sketch form, once that's like done and everyone agrees on it, like once I'm animating, like it's game over. Like I'm gonna get it done. Like I guess that's where they say I'm fast, because like once I work on it, I just don't stop. I'm like, no, I gotta get this going.
It's the same thing for me. Once I've like shot what I want to shoot, like delivered the way I want to deliver, once it hits editing, like once I have the footage, like it's a wrap. Like it's that's when the no sleep happens.
Yeah.
Except with animation, you're subject. Like for me, the editing will take like 3 or 4 days. Animation, you're just like, yeah, all right. So for the next month, I'm not gonna sleep. Sounds good.
Yeah, that's. I see what you mean. Yeah, it's nuts.
That's why, like, for freelance, like, I'll pick up like some editing work, but like, I don't know. It's because that's the easy shit, right? It's like editing is like a lot, like depending on what it is, of course, but it's like a lot of just grunt work for me. Like the ones that I will pick up, it's really just like, you know, if somebody wants like a vlog done, like it's just the work, bro. Totally straining.
Yeah, this is something I need to add as well. And anyone else listening, I went to Iceland.
Damn.
With some of my buddies, and I filmed it on my phone, and I still need to get, because I want to incorporate. Essentially, what I want to do is make that as a teaser of like, hey, I'm gonna like the show that I talked about. I'm working on with my brother. Like essentially, it's like the stuff I'm kind of incorporating in my show. Like it's gonna like this would kind of be like, I guess, the pre-test episode of like, oh, it's just me and my buddies in Iceland, but imagine if I was doing my own show about it. I don't know. It was it's literally just like a travel diary of sorts, but like digsified. Like I'm gonna put some cartoon. Like I mean, I had the idea in my mind. I got a buddy's. I'm pretty excited for it. I just need to like finish my other. I mean, it's like once again, I think of this idea. But I gotta finish other stuff. I gotta finish. But yeah, like all the other things I need to do. But yeah, that's something else that. Like editing, I really like editing a lot. It's cool. I think I like it because it's not like animation where I have to draw one thing and after a day it's like, well, I got a foot done for editing. Like, all right, I got like
editing, it's like a minute.
Like I got a minute done.
Or more. It could be like a lot.
Or more. Yeah, it could be so much more. Like the editing amount you can do. Like it's funny because for animation you spend like 3 hours. Like, all right, I got like a butt.
Yeah,
like, I'm able to fart.
He
Sweet.
Snapped.
And then like for
nice.
editing, yeah. For editing, you have like freaking episode finished. You're like, all right, I can do like 4 more. We have the whole thing slot out.
You know what's funny? I'll edit my whole shit, right? And it'll be basically done. And like then I'm like, okay, good. So like tomorrow I'll work on it for like 2 hours. It'll be done. And I always forget. Well, not now, but in the beginning, I would always forget. It's like the last day. It takes me like 12 to like 16. Make what is 5 minutes to like 4 minutes and 50 seconds because like it's just like trimming and like just making sure it flows proper. It's like cleanup in animation, except it's like kind of conceptual because you're messing with the flow, and it's Yo, I always forget how long that takes because I'm like, this is done. Like I turned this from 10 minutes to 5 minutes yesterday, but 5 minutes to 4 minutes 50 seconds is like 10 times harder and more frustrating because it's so because you watch it back and you're like, something I don't know what to do about it.
Yeah, no, yep. I know what you mean.
Yeah,
I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, it's crazy.
all right. Well, I think we've been going for a long time, so I'm gonna close it up.
Oh,
for
yeah. Oh,
everybody. But
right,
check out
cool.
digsBot, his video, which you can tell me which one to link. I think it'll probably be, the curbside video.
Yeah. I finally, thank goodness, finally have a website up. I need to update a little bit, but it usually has everything that's updated on there. If not, you can check like my Twitter or YouTube. But my site is digsBot, digsbot.co. My YouTube is just youtube.com/digsBot, Twitter, digsBot.
It'll all be in the description, guys. And
I'll be in the description.
Yeah. In the I'll put his music video in the end card. Go check that out. Go subscribe.
Oh yeah. That was really fun to work on.
Yeah. So thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah, dude. Thank you for having me. Really appreciate it, dude.
Not a problem. It was a blast.
Yeah.
Subscribe to the channel. Bye.